Welcome back to Just Recaps. Today I am going to explain the action comedy horror movie titled Zombieland, Double Tap. This Zombieland sequel begins with Columbus updating the audience on what has happened in Zombieland since he and his friends were last seen. When going out to kill specific zombies, they have started to give them code names. Homers, Hawkings, and ninjas are terms used to describe the slow, fat, and sneaky people, respectively. Columbus, Tallahassee, Wichita, and Little Rock decimate a large group of zombies in front of the White House in the ruins of Washington, D.C., before deciding to settle down there. They stay there for a while, making it their home, but eventually Little Rock gets bored and wants to meet other survivors who are similar to her age. She also doesn't like how Tallahassee continues to treat her like a little girl. Columbus and Wichita are aware of Little Rock's frustration, but because of the general anarchy and the possibility of other survivors being homicidal scavengers and killers, they have purposefully avoided making contact with potential survivors. The two of them are still traveling together in the meantime, but Wichita shows hesitation and uncertainty when Columbus decides to pop the question to her using the Hope Diamond. The sisters left with Tallahassee's truck, the Beast, according to a note that was discovered by Columbus and Tallahassee the following morning. Columbus feels defeated and let down. Wichita and Little Rock come across Berkeley, a hippie survivor, while traveling. The guys spend a month together before venturing into a mall, where they encounter some zombies. They kill them and discover Madison, a dumb blonde, as the sole survivor. She is thrilled to discover survivors, especially a male one. Tallahassee is persuaded by Columbus to allow Madison to travel back with them. Columbus is not ready to be seduced because he still misses Wichita, despite her best efforts. When Madison suggests having a sexual relationship with Tallahassee, Columbus seizes the chance. The men soon learn Wichita has returned to get some guns after hearing a noise in the area. Tallahassee becomes even more irate when Wichita mentions that Berkeley is a pacifist after she tells them that Little Rock has fled with Berkeley to Graceland in the Beast. When Wichita discovers that Columbus has joined Madison, she is not amused. After that, the four set out to find Little Rock. Tallahassee is disappointed to learn that Wichita is traveling in a minivan, which he vehemently rejects operating. The four come across two potential new cars, either a tour bus or an ice cream truck with a clown on it. Columbus has a phobia of clowns, so they decide to take the tour bus instead. Columbus and Wichita talk about how they only found each other here in this post-apocalyptic wasteland as they make their way there. Zombies start to gather around the tour bus when Madison opens the door. Before Columbus kills the zombie that was almost going to bite Madison's foot, the other three arm themselves to fight back. They then encounter a zombie, which takes more shots before Tallahassee stomps its head in because it isn't immediately dispatched with a double tap. Known as T-800s, these zombies are more difficult to kill. The group then boards a bus, but road spikes blow out their tires. They are compelled to continue traveling in the minivan because Columbus rejects the ice cream truck. Berkeley's weed is being smoked while Little Rock and Berkeley ride the Beast. He also calls himself a songwriter, but all he is doing is singing old hits. Madison starts to feel ill as she is traveling. She starts throwing up, and her skin begins to look unhealthy. Columbus stops, and she leads him into the woods. She insists that she is fine but gradually takes on a zombie-like appearance. Columbus comes to the realization that Madison is indeed a zombie in the making because the zombie bit her on the foot. He must shoot her in order to return to Tallahassee and Wichita. When they arrive at Graceland, the group is unable to stop Little Rock or the Beast. They continue driving until they come upon the Hound Dog Hotel, a place with Elvis-themed decor. The Beast is found outside, parked. When they arrive, they run into Nevada, who initially draws her gun on the group before realizing they are not a threat. She reveals to Wichita that Little Rock and Berkeley left the Beast behind when they left earlier that morning. Nevada is also aware of Bill Murray's death, but she is unaware that Columbus is to blame. She gives the three permission to spend the night there. Nevada and Tallahassee become friends over their shared love of Elvis. Berkeley explains to Little Rock that they are traveling to Babylon, a refuge for zombie survivors, as they continue their journey. Since Babylon has a strict no-guns policy, Little Rock is forced to surrender her weapons when they arrive, so they are melted down. The following morning, when Tallahassee goes outside, she sees a monster truck approaching the Beast. Albuquerque and Flagstaff, who are essentially identical copies of Tallahassee and Columbus, step out of the truck. While Columbus and Flagstaff compare their sets of laws, or commandments in the case of Flagstaff, Tallahassee and Albuquerque butt heads. A few T-800 zombies hang out for a while before attacking the monster truck. Prior to being revealed to have been bitten and turning into the same super zombies, Albuquerque and Flagstaff set out to kill them and appear to succeed. While Nevada kills Flagstaff with a headshot, Tallahassee bashes Albuquerque's head with a guitar. Tallahassee inquires as to whether it was the zombie kill of the year, but Columbus responds that Italian man who dropped the Leaning Tower of Pisa onto some zombies deserves the distinction. The group gets ready to set out to continue looking for Babylon. Nevada and Tallahassee part ways with a kiss. They discover Madison is still alive and operating the ice cream truck as they travel. It turns out that she was only allergic to nuts, and Columbus simply flew over her head. When the gang finally makes it to Babylon, they are forced to surrender their weapons as well. They also locate Little Rock. She appears content to remain there and doesn't believe her friends would fit in. Tallahassee decides that evening that the others should remain in Babylon while he departs on his own. As he drives away after saying goodbye to his friends, he observes a large number of T-800 zombies traveling in the direction of Babylon because of the nearby fireworks. He returns and warns everyone, telling them they must respond by fighting back. Since there aren't any weapons anywhere, Tallahassee devises a plan to use biodiesel fuel and fireworks to set the zombies on fire. Before lighting the biofuel tank, the gang uses the lights to entice the zombies. Although it causes a huge explosion, the vast number of zombies it cannot kill. The main four gather together and accept their fate just as Nevada arrives just in time to run some zombies over with the monster truck. The group climbs into the truck, but the zombies flip it over, forcing them to flee. Tallahassee executes a second strategy by having the group and himself climb to the top of Babylon's tallest tower. The zombies are pursuing Tallahassee as the survivors block their path with shields. The super zombies are about to die when he leaps over the edge and grabs onto a hook. Before Little Rock draws a gun and shoots the two stragglers, Tallahassee almost falls over after they grabbed hold of his leg. Tallahassee is towed back to safety. After that, Wichita makes the decision to accept Columbus' offer. While Little Rock breaks up with Berkeley so he can hook up with Madison, Tallahassee and Nevada get together. Nevada has now joined the gang as they depart Babylon to travel further. Columbus claims that his home is right there with his friends, so he no longer needs to continue looking for one. They leave while being pursued by a zombie. A flashback to 2009's Day Zero of the zombie apocalypse is shown during the mid-credit scene, when Bill Murray is attending a press junket for the third Garfield film. Al Roker and his co-hosts quickly turn into zombies, and Bill reacts by bashing all of the zombies' heads in. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again on my channel for new recaps.